All right. Hey, it record now. Hi, Miss
Oh,
Angelique. Welcome to the
how you
Tree.
doing, Miss Ford?
Pretty good, pretty good. Welcome to the
All right.
Treeshakers Show.
Okay, how you doing?
I'm doing good. So good to see you. Finally, we meet each other in face to face.
Yes,
Huh?
ma'am.
We done been through
Yes,
some
sir.
things together, girl.
Yes. All the time, yes.
I'm so glad to finally be able to have you on the show and to introduce you to the world. Because you know I got a YouTube channel also for Nola. Nola Tree Shakers also has a YouTube channel so that we can continue to replay our show when it's convenient for people to see it. And
Okay.
so that we can highlight because this radio station here, WHIV, the radio station where we do this radio talk show, is
Yeah.
for it give a voice to the people. You know, where we give a voice to the issues that we see in the world, and I'm just glad that I have this space to be able to talk about the things that's going on in our community. You know.
Right.
So
Right.
tell everybody your name and whatever you want to tell them to introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Angelique Williams Hampton, and I've been homeless for about 2 years. Go
And
for
guess
you,
what? The
Miss
phone,
Kim.
the phone, the
Um,
sound on the phone is real, real bad. So
oh, okay. So you want me to talk into it more?
yeah, maybe you could try that or something. Let's try
Oh,
something.
okay. Well, anyway, I just thank God for you so much, Miss Kim, because if it wasn't for you, I would still be homeless, Miss Kim.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, but I think it was your own just tenacity and your willingness to stand up for yourself. That's what makes the big difference. Because
Yeah.
even though I felt like people was trying to bully you and trying to intimidate you to make you just leave it alone, make you just sit out there and wait, but I was not okay with that. I don't like bullies.
Right.
I don't like bullies, so I'm just glad that it worked out. So first of all, I want to let people know that you and I met through a friend of mine on Facebook, a lady who was on Facebook. We have a mutual friend, and she told you. How did that happen? How that happen?
Well, I was sitting on the corner of Fillmore and the Legion Field, just sitting there, thirsty and hot. And she was like, she just spoke to me. I said, well, hey, how you doing, sweetheart, like that? She stopped, but she turned, she went a half a block, so she turned back around. She said, you know something? It's something peculiar about you. She said, how you doing? I said, I'm gonna get something home. I was telling her, sharing her, how I was home and stuff. She said, you know what? She said, it's something peculiar about you. She said, because even though you're homeless, but you just have this air about you that the compassion and to have a people and and somewhere along the line you just feel low, you just feel on hard times. You see, but you know what? I have a friend of mine, I and she always told me that if I needed a favor for the talk to her, so to reach out to her. She said, when I go, she said, here's $40. She said, want to take these $40 and get your hotel room. She said, but call me and I'm gonna get in touch with Miss Ford and see what she can do for you. So and we began to talk and stuff like that. That's when she gave me your number and I think I called you. You called me. However it went, we
Right,
wound
because
up getting it.
she texted me on Facebook Messenger, and she said, I know this lady, she homeless, and she need help. And I
Yeah.
called you right away. So I didn't know who you was, and I told her, I said, well, look, here's my telephone number, and just have her to call me. I just gave it to her and have her to call me, and that's how,
Right.
and that's what she did. And I gave it to her. Soon as she gave it to me, just like that, you called me back.
Yes, man. Yes, I did. And I went on to tell you about my story because at first I was at city, the park across the street from City Hall. I had been out there. And it was just so congested. Then it's a bus stop where everybody was catching a bus at. So all those germs was spreading around. And then in the process of me trying to use the restroom, someone had stole my machine that I had needed my sleep apnea machine in my my sleep.
Your nebulizer.
No, my nebulizer machine. So I was like, no, what am I do? So then I took my medication and everything. So I was like, no, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So this car was sleeping in. They had that's what this guy gave me a pump to use, just to keep me going for a little while. So, and after all of that, so I kept on, but in the process, before I got to this point here, I said, I'm gonna get away from that area there because that's too infested out. And I said, I know my health condition. So I came this way because I used to live not too far from, from Fillmore off of Robin Street. And I know it's a pretty much secure area. But then as I started walking, I know that this house had cameras in it. So I asked the guy, can I, stay in this car? I said, because I know they had cameras. I know it was kind of safe area. If anything was to happen, somebody would see something. But I would get up in the morning, I would go on and sit on these fields and Fillmore. And that's how I came in contact with Ms. Demetra about the situation. But before then, I went to, I got on a bus. And I found out.
Wait, you got on the bus? Wait, I can't hear you.
I got on the RCA bus. Uh-huh. I got on the RCA bus when I found out they were housing homeless people. So I went downtown to the Hilton Garden Inn, whatever that hotel is downtown, and I just got on the bus and hoped that they would help me. So it was time for us to get off the bus in the east. They said, well, who are you? I said, well, my name, give my name. I said, I'm just looking for help. I said, I need to get out the street. I have my paperwork in my hand. I said, I have COPD. I said, I just had recovered from having pneumonia. I said, it's not good for me to be out here. I said, I showed them my sleep apnea machine and all my nebulizer, showed my paperwork from the machine, even though I didn't have it. And they was like, well, you can't stay here. So they brought me back to the other hotel. So this white guy, I'm not gonna lie, he have a heart. He has a heart compassion for people. Don't know his name, but anyway, he said, I promise you, in about 2 weeks, I'm gonna give you a call and see what I can do with permanent housing. I didn't put it in no mind because they're always lying. So he helped escort me up to the second floor where they check in at. So I talked to her. What is this lady's name? Girl, what is her name? Miss hold on, I'm looking at my phone right now for her name. Because she's something else, huh? Lie. All she did was lie to me about from day number one. About housing me. There's that lady. Stacy Koch, that's her name. She was over the housing. Miss Koch said, I can't help you. I said, what you mean? I said, you just empty this hotel and send people from another. You wasn't supposed to be at that site. I said, well, what you want me to do? I said, I showed her all my documents, but I still can't help you, Miss Hampton. I can't help you. I said, why you can't help me? I said, you won't help me or you can't help me. So I saw the guy from Fox 8 News after he parked his car and I saw him walking to the building. I said, here, you got the news people here. I said, you won't even speak up and say nothing. He just kept on walking by. I said, okay.
The newsman walked by you? The newsman
just walked by me, trying like I wasn't nobody. Just walked by me when he
What station was it? What station was it?
It was Fox 8.
Which one was it? How did
I don't know. He wasn't an anchor. I don't know what his job title was, but I know he worked for Fox 8 and he just passed me by like I was a piece of trash on the ground. Yes, ma'am.
If you
But then
saw
I
him again,
came.
would you know him? If you saw him again, would you know him?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. And also, I stopped another guy that worked for WDSU. He was sitting in his van across from the park, and he was sitting on by City Hall. I stopped him. I said, "Look, I have a story I need to be told." He said, "Well, I'm working on something right now. I can't talk to you right now." I said, "Oh, really?" So I just got exhausted. So at this point, I just said, "You know what? I'm gonna get up tomorrow, and I'm gonna go back to Gin City area." And that's what I met with Miss Candy. Then when her and I started talking, and then she was like, I said, "You know what?" I said, "I wish I knew the old." I said, "I wish I knew the mail address and her phone number and stuff like that." After we started, I said, "I'm gonna go by. I'm gonna sleep on her doorstep." So I emailed her. I said, "This is what I was gonna do. I could give you my exact words. I'm going to put in my email. I'm give you my exact words. What I had said to her. Email. Come on, phone. There. Oh, so I want that. I want it. Hold on, Gmail. I'm about to come, Miss Kim, because I want to get this correct, live and direct. Okay. I am Latoya Cantrell. Okay, where is she? Okay, this is the Toya Cantrell email. This is what I said to her on several occasions. This is what I wrote. Mayor Cantrell, I just want. Oh no, that's the other one. Hold up, I got so many of them.
All right.
But anyway, I wrote her email to her, and she told me that this is what she told me after I wrote her letter. She said, "I have failed you. I am very sorry that you feel that way, ma'am. I wish that I could literally get you a place as I type, but it just doesn't work that way. When resources are not adequate and the city has no direct control over all resources, my people are working through the policy tyranny right now, trying to make something happen for you. We are doing the best that we can, just like you are. Hang in there and know that we are pushing for you. That's all you. But I had to write her several emails just to get to the place where I'm at right now.
Well, when I came aboard and I reached out to the mayor, she never let on to me that she had received previous emails from you.
But I have some more emails where but you and I when you had email some Major Anna, Natalia, who else?
There's a bunch of people because she.
Valerie Bolden, Ellen M. Lee, Ray J. Bowling. It was a
Ray
lot of people that
Boland.
you reached out to.
Yeah, I reached out
And
to
then
several people.
this is what you said, greetings. It is with great sadness that I have reduced to writing yet another communication about Ms. Angelique Williams is still in the spiral of a death sentence because the community is under a mandatory stay-at-home order by the city of New Orleans and the state of Louisiana. Ms. Williams lives on our city streets. While we have an entire housing policy department and community development, we have unity for the homeless on our front line of defense, and they are behaving in a disrespectful and discourteous manner that does not reflect the policies and procedures of a reputable agency. Answer their phone.
Wait. The phone went mute, girl. The phone went mute. I can't.
They
Look,
have to
wait.
speak with the
Wait. Miss Angelique, you got to go back some more to where you say that. I forgot. It cut part of it off though, where you said that it is about unity. When you
Oh, okay. It's a housing process department and community development. We have unity for the homeless on our front line of defense, and they are behaving in a disrespectful and discourteous manner that does not reflect the policies and procedures of a reputable agency. Answering their phones, scheduling appointments, and not showing up, etc. Today, after speaking with Ms. Valerie, who is also included in this email train, I was referred to Ms. Tara Brown. Ms. Brown informed that there are no opportunities for shelter in the city of New Orleans while both Ms. Angelique Williams and I were on the phone call with her. I also was also informed by Ms. Brown that Unity for the Homeless operates autonomously from the city,
they operate autonomously. They operate on their own.
right, autonomously from the city of New Orleans. It concerns me because Ms. Williams, who is a resident of the great city of New Orleans and a registered voter, can receive no help from the city. Is this issue because Unity is a provider of shelter for the homeless throughout the state. I am disappointed because I believe that I could have been told from the onset of my questions regarding homelessness that one, there is no help for the homeless in our community because no form of shelter is available. Two, when citizens that have compromised lungs and other health issues are not protected and linger in a space that will help to continue that will help continue the progression of COVID-19. Before I go any further, I am again asking the city of New Orleans to step up and help Ms. Williams to get shelter so that she can have access to connect her CPAP machine and COPD nebulizer. Again, her lungs are compromised and contraction of COVID-19 will probably kill her. Ms. Williams has been reaching out to Unity for quite some time. As I included in my original email, all day today, Ms. Williams waited at Elysian Fields and Fillmore for Ms. Brandy Unity, who never showed a call to explain her absence. Sincerely, Miss Ford.
Whew.
And that's what had
That's a lot of letter, girl. But I was upset. I really was hurt that they could, because I felt like by their actions that they were giving you a death sentence, and they had no regard for that. They had no regard. They didn't even care about that, especially the way the lady told me that on the phone. So I could only, and I really, I knew when I talked to you, you had been through some things, because very rarely do people end up talking to me who just not getting started on the journey for trying to be able to get resources, and trying to be able to help themselves to get up. But you know, a man can't pull himself up by his bootstraps if he ain't got no boots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people saying that, and when I get that impression from people, it makes my skin crawl. And I just want to say that I appreciate you reading that letter, because I never would have read that letter. I never would have shared it anymore, but because I was very sad when I wrote that letter. I really was saddened when I was writing that letter to the mayor. And that wasn't the first letter I had written to her on your behalf. It was actually
no.
That wasn't the first I had written on her, but never in her communication to me. I never did know that. And you told me that you had communicated with her, but she never relayed that to me. And that's okay, because she want to be able to keep your privacy too, you know. But It was a whole lot of stuff
But
that
I know the only reason why she responded, I believe, to my letter because I had actually I got a ride. And I got a ride to her door and left a letter, a note on her doorstep. That's the only reason why she responded to my email. Other than that, I don't think she would have responded.
you went to her door and
Yes.
left a
And
letter
I
for her,
told,
baby.
huh?
You went to her door and left a letter. Did you vote for her in the last campaign?
Yes, I did.
I did too. I did too. I voted for her too. So that being said, tell us what's going on now. So what happened after that? After that happened, then finally, after some additional pressure that we put on to Unity, after we put some additional pressure on them, they actually set up another appointment with you. And
Oh,
then
wait, when Miss Brandon came to the vehicle, and of course I don't have a home, so I had to go behind someone's house. And hopefully I didn't get shot doing it to use the restroom. So when I did come back, now she called. Then she called me. She went to the call. Then she called my phone. I'm like, well, where are you? I said, well, I just came from using the restroom. Well, it's somebody's house. I said, no. I said, I don't have the convenience to use the restroom in the one's house. I had to go behind the house to use the restroom. So when she did meet me on the corner, so she came to the car. She said, well, I can't do anything about it today because you was in the car. Well, you see my bag and my belongings in the car. What? Why would you not think that I do not stay here? Because I want to get retrieve some of my paperwork from the car to give to her to show her. But I'm gonna have to come back another day in time, so I had to do another whole week on the street. Yes,
girl,
ma'am.
and I when that happened, I felt like we have caseworkers who have become so desensitized that they look to find an excuse not to help somebody as opposed to trying
Right.
to find a way to help them. And that happens sometimes in the nonprofit arena. That happens when people are overworked and underpaid. And right now it's a high stress time. But her her walking away from you like that and not helping you could have caused your death.
Right. And not only just that, it's like one time before when they get when Miss Scott came out, but she does outreach too. I wasn't inside my vehicle at that time. When she gave me my homeless letter. So by her being over the program, she could have done the same thing because she has the power to do so.
She
But
could
she
have
didn't
called
do that.
you. She could
She
have
wanted me
called
to
you
show.
when she
Yeah,
was 5 minutes away and said, "Look, I'm gonna be there in 5 minutes."
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Give
Exactly.
somebody the opportunity because
Yeah,
guess what, baby? I think that what I think is that when you out here on the streets and you homeless, that you can't just leave yourself sitting up there like a sitting duck. You have to use your
right,
good sense on how to survive out here on the street. And people who have never had to survive on the street, they can't have no idea about what that means and what it's like.
right,
But they are in those same people when they are in positions of authority, they can't help you because they can't relate.
right.
So you had to wait a whole nother week.
I had to wait a whole nother week. Miss remember every day you would call and say, "Well, Angelique, has she come? Has she called?" And I would say, she haven't. Then you say, now try to call the 211 number and the 311. Those numbers are a joke. They tell you about these shelters, and they know, and before they tell you, they know they're full. They know they're full, and rather them tell you that they're full, they'll just give you the number anyway. And tell you that, and it's
I found that
ridiculous.
too.
It's just,
I found that out too. That
and
they'll
I,
just
and then
give you
another
the
thing I find,
information.
But you know what, Miss Kim, what really bothers me? During Hurricane Katrina, if a hurricane was to come tomorrow and the New Orleans had to get prepared for, y'all know there are more people that everybody that don't have cars, they have a place to put them for a hurricane. But here you got a pandemic that's killing everybody. You don't have nowhere to put someone. Come on, what is wrong with this city? That's backwards to me.
To me too. To me too. And I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people in the general public, just like me, because before I met you, Miss Angelique, I thought that the city had, and I've since seen literature where other agencies across the country have, when it comes to Louisiana or when it comes
Yeah.
to New Orleans, they have statements written up about the progress with how they dealing with the pandemic. And it said that in New Orleans that they had opened up hotels to house the homeless and the overpopulation of homeless in their community.
Well, one hotel? One hotel?
Actually, it was two. One was a, but you know, here in New Orleans, if they have 20 rooms, they can be considered a hotel. So that's what it was, two hotels, but two hotels with with 20 rooms or more cannot accommodate the entire
Well,
homeless
Miss Kim,
population.
I'm gonna say this. In my experience with them housing me in the hotel before I got my place, I guarantee, I promise you, the half of that hotel was for paying customers, and the other half was for homeless people. That's how many people that they had in that hotel that was homeless. Not even a full hotel.
So I just feel like we at a time right now when ain't nobody staying in no hotels. All of these
Really.
thousands, we got more hotel space here in the city of New Orleans than almost anywhere in the United States.
You know what, Miss Kim? I'm gonna tell you, to be honest with you, you got a big old hospital that's called Charity Hospital, which I was born at, just sitting there. I'm quite more than sure all the people that they have locked up in jail with talent, instead of them eating and sleeping 24 hours a day, they put them on a chain gang and let them do some demolition work and fix that hospital up. Or either people that's volunteer with major companies that don't want to pay their taxes, let them come volunteer on the weekend or whatever and help renovate this hotel and make it out of a place where they can give homeless people some help and some hope.
I know, right?
And you
Wouldn't that be
can't
so
tell
nice?
that hospital is big enough to hold a lot of people.
But instead of them doing that, they went and paid all that money to set up the convention center. They set up the convention center to do it. And the convention center has a storied past of bringing harm to the citizens in this community. They What has happened at the convention center is that the convention center has been able to remake itself several times post Katrina. They got so much money. And they have given none of it back to this
Right,
community. All that they make, they
right.
give nothing back to this community. And we went and boycotted their meetings. We went to their meetings to tell them about how terrible that was. But then to see the city of New Orleans come back and give them resources, and when they could have easily used those resources to redo Charity Hospital. They could have
And
easily
then
done
guess
that.
what? And not only just that, because guess what, Miss Kim? I did 1 year college. Let me tell you, then as I was going, I went to Delgado and I went to sit in Calle. Those um Delgado has programs for building. I forgot what you call it, but it's culinary building, something like that. They can do Charity Hospital as a training progress for those who trying to learn construction building, as well as an apprenticeship, and as well as on Sidney Calle, it's an apprenticeship. Elaine P. Nunez and Chalmette apprenticeship program. You want to show the students how to do construction. That would be a major project and a major milestone and a damn good example of how to become a better productive person in the workforce by doing that project. And then it's tax free. All thing the state would have to do for private sector.
You're so right, and there's so many people that have bought that before our elected leadership, and they are not interested in doing that. They are not interested in doing that.
But yet they spent a couple of $100,000 trying to blow up the Hard Rock Cafe hotel, and they still ain't doing it right. I told them they need to go to Las Vegas and get the people who do the building up in Vegas. But their building came straight down.
Straight down, didn't it? I saw it. I saw that. And they tried to put that and almost messed up the whole city. They almost messed up. Oh, lucky we all ain't died with that. You know, when they tried to blow that up.
And they still have bodies in there, in that building.
Yeah, we advocate for that too. We do some advocacy around that too. I have some friends that's leading that effort to do that. And I've had them. He was on our show. One of them was on our show last week because we do that. Because I do advocacy around issues in the community, and there's so much work that needs to be done, Miss Angelique. It's just so much work that needs to be done. But I think that as a whole, we have got to be more conscientious about who we elect into office around here.
Right.
If we don't, because guess what? We had good people in the mayor's race. We had good people in the school board race. We have good community people who actually do work in the community that run for office. But the bad people get so much money.
Win. That's right.
That's how they win, because the voters fall for the person with the most money. And we got to stop that.
Exactly.
We got to stop people from doing that. You can't just, and I put on my Facebook yesterday, you can't just be deciding because you got enough money that you're gonna run for office. You have to be able to have a proven track record of doing good work in his community first.
But something, Miss Kim, that standard instills in me a lot. A lot of time, most of the time, the majority of the time, people always think money is everything. Don't get me wrong. We have to have it to live, to survive. But respect, morals, and values, you don't have that, you have nothing to stand on.
Go ahead, girl. Woo! Go ahead.
And you can't buy me, Miss Kim.
You can't what?
You can't buy me.
No, you can't buy me, Miss Angelique.
You can't buy me.
Yeah, we share that, sister. We share that in common here. I can't be bought.
Exactly.
I don't care how much money you got. And that's why, Miss Angelique, when you ask me to help you,
yes, ma'am,
you don't got to pay me.
No.
It ain't about us exchanging no money. It's about what's right.
Exactly.
What's right. And I tell you, we do, people help us. That's how we make it, because people help us. That's why I'm able to do the work that I do, because people help me. People help me to do it. I can't do it. I can't afford to do it by myself. My resources are so lit up. Look, my poor husband, God bless him, but yeah, we doing this, and I'm thankful for this radio station that gives us a voice. It gives us a voice. It's because they honor independent voices at WHIV, and I love that about them. And the guy who's the founder of the station is a gentleman by the name of Dr. Mark Elaine, and he is the one who headed the testing site over by the municipal auditorium.
Right.
for COVID-19. He is a infectious diseases specialist. He's traveled all
Okay.
over the world fighting infectious diseases. So
Right.
he's such a good person that I tell you, and just me, cause I'm a little different. I'm gonna tell you, I don't fit in everywhere, cause I have high moral value.
That's right.
I have high moral value, so I can't take it. And just go somewhere and just do anything, any kind of way.
Exactly.
I can't do that. But here
Right.
at WHIV, I have other DJs and radio hosts. They're the bomb. They're the bomb. My girl who comes on before me, Miss Shannon, she and I have friendships there. And I tell you another thing too is that I found that uh the right thing don't have a skin color. The right thing is the right thing, regardless to who is doing it, regardless to what they race or
Exactly.
nationality,
It has no respect the person. The right
regardless to
thing
what
has no respect the person.
regardless to what their sexual orientation. I don't care who somebody is sleeping with. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't care
Right.
who somebody's sleeping with. I don't care about that. But what I care about are the things that have moral value. I love
Right.
moral value. You know,
Right.
and that's what's important to me, and
Right.
that's why we
More
were
value
able to
and
come together.
self-respect. Right.
You know. So I appreciate that. What you cook today?
Well, I cooked some shrimp pasta. Shrimp pasta is really good.
Yeah, I could tell
Shrimp
by the way
pasta.
you was eating it before we started talking. It was good.
Yes, ma'am.
And look,
Miss Kim, I would love to get on your team with advocacy because I don't like the things that's I'm really taking it personal because of my personal experience, and then for you to sit there and knowing that a person has the power, and for you to just tell me no, just slap me in my face and just tell me no, you can't help me, and lie to me in my face. Oh no, I'm taking it personal. I'm fighting back,
yeah,
not just for myself, but for others as well.
yeah. I would love if you would do that because we definitely, one thing that I've learned in my time of doing advocacy, because I've been doing advocacy and helping people since really full time since Hurricane Katrina. And
Okay.
one thing that I've learned in my experience is that when we have an issue, the person or people who are affected the most are the ones who have to lead the
Yeah.
charge. So by you
Oh
having your own
yes.
personal experience, because guess what? That job that lady had to come out and meet you at your vehicle, she don't need that job.
Uh-huh.
They need somebody who
Oh
has
no.
experience. And you probably, I'm sure
Right.
you could do a much better job than anybody who you have had to come across, including the executive director of Unity. I think you would do a much better job because you have that experience. If you don't have that
Right.
experience, you can't do that
You
work.
don't know. Exactly. You can't. How can you tell me about my situation? You never been there before.
You know,
You know
but
what I'm
we have
talking about,
these people on the
grandfather?
front lines.
Listen. No, something Stanley always tell me all the time that, and it's something personal, but I live by it because I sit back and I don't just listen to it. I don't just hear it. I watch it. A person that don't have any experience on anything in life can't tell me anything because you don't know nothing. How can you lead me to? How can you lead me if you don't know anything? I want someone who's been through some things sometimes, somewhere, along to bring something into me. That's gonna lead me somewhere to go, because you have
Yeah.
that experience. But they don't know. I'm gonna tell her mayor, if she wouldn't answer my letter, you cannot tell me anything. I step in front of your door. What do you know about this here sleeping on this grass, baby? You don't know anything. You haven't been in my shoes.
Yeah. Now let me tell you, I have a microphone. I got a speaker. I got a speaker about this big, like this wide, about this big. And we take that speaker, girl, and we go out and talk about things. Like we'll take that speaker. One day we'll go down to City Hall and just stand out there in front of City Hall all day and talk about the injustice. Man, we went down to criminal court one day on the neutral ground at Tulane and Broad, and all day long talked about it. And it was the saddest thing. It was the saddest thing you could imagine, but because we have many injustices that's going on in criminal court. That's what I want you to tell me what you told me about what was going on over there by the post office with homeless people.
Oh, I go in there, and I heard about this. I started with the START program. It's just a START program. Somebody had been telling me to go over there to get some help, but and I was too tired out of bread and stuff, be going with her. But this particular day, wasn't been in that area trying to catch the bus, to get the hotel room. So then we go around this corner. So it goes around there. It's on the second or third floor. The lady said, "Well, the
Tell us
program
where
is
you
now
was
open."
going at, Miss Angelique. Where were you going at? Tell us.
It's a post office. It's the START Corporation. But they had closed down for the virus, but they had started housing people there that was caught on the street with too many citations for the stay-home order. And they kept, you kept getting citations. I don't know how many citations they had to get to go there, but I was maybe anything over 3 citations, you have to go there, be locked up.
Wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. So the police was writing citations for people who were homeless on the street. They give you like a ticket, a summons to go to court because you were homeless.
I don't know if they're. I don't know exactly if it's homeless. Anybody that's caught on the street and they caught you on the street, they give you a citation. Now I don't know how many citations you have to have, but I'm just imagining 3 is enough.
Wait, so like if you don't have a house, and so you just out on the street somewhere, the police can give you they give you a citation for that.
Yes, man, they give you a citation. After you get so many citations, they lock you up right there by the post office.
Well, what if you homeless? What if you homeless? What they want you to do?
I guess you don't have somewhere to stay. You gotta go up by that post office.
So you could go and stay over there by the post office, and they don't write a citation. Wait, I can't hear you.
You get a citation, and you go over there by the post office to be locked up over there. And that's how I found out about it by accident. Because I went there to ask about get some help, and the lady said the only people who gonna stay here if you get too many citations, and the police bring you here. I said, really?
Oh, the police bring you there?
Yeah, the police bring you there. And as I was leaving out of there, I saw a police uniform, a guy with an NOPD uniform on, leaving out the building.
We're gonna have to ask the independent police monitor about that one. Here, I'm gonna send her an email and ask her about that. And you say it's in the old post office building?
It's still the post office building, but they have their businesses that's in there. It's like an annex building. It's like as soon as when you drive up to the right side of the building, against that wall, it got some offices.
Yeah.
Alongside the long side of the building.
Okay.
The north side of the building. The north side of the building, they have to start.
Wait, I didn't hear it.
The start. I said the north side of the building. It's got some office buildings in there. It's got some offices for battered women. They have the Stock Corporation in there. There's some more other buildings, stuff in them. Yeah, that's what they were housing them at in there. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, why would the homeless people that they're trying to rush me out of there? They didn't want me to know what was going on. That's what that was. And then I also found out too, they have on supportive housing. They have 2 different kinds of applications soon.
Supportive housing is in Unity.
No, supportive housing has 2 different kinds of applications. Because I went to the STAR program, the lady gave me an application of permanent housing. And the application is looking nothing like the one you get from the Bishop Tower building.
Girl, this sound like, oh, that's a lot of stuff, girl. That's a lot of stuff. Whew. I'm going to have to follow back up with you about all of that. But that's a lot. But then they got all of these programs. They got all of these people working for these programs, but they don't have nothing available for the homeless people.
Everything has to go through Unity. Everything goes through Unity. Unity have too much power over these programs, and they're not helping nobody. Everything. Supportive housing, you got to go through Unity. You got to go. Daughters of Charity, you got to go through Unity. Everybody has to go through Unity. I can't understand why these people are being funded for these different programs when you have to go back Unity. What they doing with their money? That's what I want to know. Because everything's brain back to Unity. If the Salvation Army getting their money, okay, why are you telling me I have to go through Unity? They gave
the Salvation Army told you had to go through Unity also?
Yes, ma'am. Yes. All these organizations tell you you would have to go through Unity. If you not take them land, call them up and watch what they tell you, Miss Kim. You have to get in touch with Unity.
You know I'm going to call them, right?
Yeah. They're going to tell you you have to go through Unity. Unity has to refer you. You call Unity, you can't never get nobody on the phone. And if you tell them that you're homeless and you're at this location and you just sitting there because you don't want to miss out on, they never shows up. So when you do decide to move, that's when they come. Or you wasn't there. I have a phone. I have a government phone for you to call me on to see if I'm in that area or not. They don't do that. If you're not there, they just drive off and leave. Then they're going to call you after they done went back to their house and say, oh, well, I came and you wasn't there. Well, I guess you did. I have to go to the restroom. You know, like I have a house. I can go inside my house and use it. I have to get something to drink, something to eat.
If you could go inside your house to use the bathroom, do they think that it's fun calling them? Because it ain't no fun. I've tried to call them. I've tried to call them from the comfort of my own house, and it was disgusting. You know what I'm saying? I could imagine somebody being homeless and trying to reach. It ain't no fun. It ain't no fun trying to call Unity. And you know what? We have people who sit in these offices in the comfort of this office from 9 to 5, and they can't see that because they haven't experienced it personally. They have no regard for what. To me, it ain't no good if I call in and I say I'm depressed and they answer my phone call right away. That ain't no good. That's no good for me. Because guess what? If they can't answer the phone when somebody called and said, look, I'm homeless, I need help. I'm homeless, I'm sick, and I'm hurt, and I need help, and that's their job, and they can't take your phone call. It don't matter to me that they can take my phone call if I'm depressed. That does not matter. That I'm not impressed by that.
Miss Kim, you know what else disturbs me so much? They talk about this big old advocacy thing about the mental illness. Now, let me give you a prime example. Today it was on the news. A young man killed his girlfriend, killed herself. Yeah, this person had to be mentally ill. If y'all, this is another story for another day, but I'm just putting it out there. Here, this person took their life in someone else's life, and maybe I'm thinking third person life, but they're not doing anything with the money. None of these organizations are doing anything with the money.
Well, we have to be able to to actually look and see what's going on with that. If they spending their money, who continues to fund them? We need to look at their funding sources and how that money is coming about. It's some investigation that we could do. And I'm glad that you're on the team. I'm glad that you're on the team. Because guess what? We got work for you. It's work in the it's room in the movement for anybody who wants to work. It's a lot of room in the movement. You can't just be standing on the sideline and pointing the finger. You got to come get up in here in the trenches too with us, where we at, living it and experiencing it.
But you know what, Miss Kim, I think we need to get a meeting together with our council people. And
I meet with them all the time. I talk with them all the time. Did you see the letter I sent to the council people on your behalf?
Yes, I know, but this is a lot that after this corona stuff is over, we need to really get on top of unity. I want to know what's going on with them.
Yeah, but I can't wait until after this is over with. I'm about to start working on unity. This is I'm gonna be working on unity, and by the time this show airs on Friday, we're gonna have some comment from Unity also on here.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna invite them. Just like I told Mr. Stanley, I'm going to invite them to comment. I'm going to let them know about some of the content that we've discussed about them here today. Also, I may reach out to the mayor's office again also. I don't know. But she pretty much told me, when she sent me a letter telling me that it was done and she couldn't do no more, I took it at that. But she said that I was trying to bully her when I told her that I was going further. But just for the record, I'm going to say right now, that's not what that was.
No. You know what that was about? She wanted you to do her job. She know you were saying, right? Then she said, take it further. That meant for, well, you and Ms. Do you want to take it further? Y'all take it further. Because I ain't got time for it right now. She want us to do her job.
That could very well be. She don't got no time for it, but I got some time for it. I got some time for it. You got the most time for it. So hey, you got the time for it, and I'm gonna help you with it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah, I want something done about it. Cause I think it should be done. I think things we're doing to what they should do is do things by a person's case file. When I mean by case file, I mean their medical history. Here you got Mr. Griffin with stage 3 kidney disease, got 2 leaking heart valves, got catching many strokes back to back. Ain't no telling when he's gonna get another one. Needs sleep apnea machine.
And then he got to worry about them putting him out on the street. He got to worry about them putting him out on the street next week.
So this is how I will conduct my case study. I'm not going on because Miss Brown's sister needs somewhere to stay. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going by Mr. Griffin's medical record. His medical record say he got stage 3 kidney disease, he got sleep apnea, he got COPD. No, this man needs to be housed. This is how I would do it. And I think that's how it's unfair that they do it that way.
So it's about our time to wrap up, Miss Angelique. It's been a joy meeting you for the first time, baby. So where are you now? Tell them where you are with your housing situation right now.
I'm on Broad Street with my housing.
So you got a house? You got a house?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, God bless you, baby. Did they help you get furniture for your house?
No, I'm still waiting on that.
Well, I'm gonna reach out to some folks to see what we can do to help you with that too.
I'm still waiting on. I ain't got nothing.
Wait, I can't. The microphone cutting out again.
I say I got a roof that go for that, but I don't have a furniture.
You don't have a what? You say you got a roof?
I have a roof, but I don't have any furniture.
Well,
I say I have a roof over my head, but I don't have no furniture.
Okay, well then I'm gonna work on that too. I'm gonna work on that too. All right. How many bedrooms do you have? 1 bedroom?
No, I got 2.
You got 2 bedrooms? Good for you. Yay.
Thank you.
So it is based on your income?
Yes, which I don't have it because I'm bringing my disability.
All right, baby. How that's going? Social Security is treating you okay? You got somebody helping you with that? You got
I
somebody
have
helping?
someone help. I have someone helping me with that, and as a matter of fact, I got to call them now and see where I'm at.
All right, baby. Because it's almost the end of the day now. You might have to wait till tomorrow, but God bless you, my love. I'm so proud of you. And I don't
Thank
know
you.
about your family, but I can tell you, I feel like we related because you've been just so persistent and willing to work to help
Yes.
yourself, baby. And I love that. I love that. I'm honored. I'm honored by what you've been able to do.
Well,
Okay.
thank you so much, Miss Kim.
So let's give them a shout out and we tell everybody bye, y'all. This again is Miss Angelique Williams, formerly homeless. But you gotta get rid of you ain't no home until you got furniture.
Right. I have a house, then I'll make
Yeah.
it a home.
Yeah, you gotta make it a home. So all right,
Yes.
baby, and I'm gonna try to help you too. And I'm gonna reach out to my friends and everybody. Tell me what your name is on Facebook. You wanna say
And
that?
Jackson.
Huh?
And Jackson. And Jackson.
Okay. And I'm gonna friend you on Facebook too. Okay. So we gonna see you on YouTube. I'm
Okay.
gonna let you know. You know what I want you to do too. So let me just wrap this up, y'all. And peace out to my WHIV family, y'all. Kim Ford, love all of y'all. And a shout out to my Treeshakers, everybody that's ever been on my show, everybody that helps me to do this every week. My husband, Mark Stanley. Oh, whoo! I love me that man. Yeah. I got a
I
good man.
know that's right.
I got a good man.
I
Because he
know
let
that's
me do
right.
this, right? And a shout out to my co-host, Mr. Noonan Man, Belden Baptiste.
And guess what, Mr. Norton, man, I can't wait to meet you.
Yeah, you gotta meet him.
My boy said he was coming out there on the front lawn for me.
Shit, he was coming. Look, girl, look, I've seen people with Noonan show up, they get up and walk out the door.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. Guess what? Now you got somebody else on the team. They ain't gonna like coming.
Yeah, they are. Cause look, when he get there, and Noonan is a Mardi Gras Indian too. He's a masking Indian also. So yeah, he throw down. Yeah. But it's been a pleasure again, Miss Angelique. Appreciate you for everything, sweetheart. Thank you for sharing your story today and making homelessness a real issue for people to know that people are real. Homeless people are real people.
Oh yes, and we're gonna continue this fight until everybody has somewhere to live.
Yeah, so everybody have somewhere to live. I
That's
love that.
right.
So that might be what you end up doing. You might end up doing your own unity. You know, you might end up
Hey,
doing
and
your
guess
own
what,
unity.
Miss Kim? You know what? God don't see no, He's something. Guess what? It's always been my dream.
Really? Well, then
Yes,
that's good,
ma'am.
then, baby. Well, maybe we can help
And
just
my
about
last one,
that. So, all right, Miss Angelique, have a good night. Nice talking to you, baby.
you too.
Bye.